She'll try to walk it off. Cool moment of picking each other up there between pitcher and catcher. An excuse to have a word as well. I'm good to see that Carly Malbach's okay. Hanson's pitch. Arundel pops up a bunt, and right on the heels of the bounce back, it is Malbach who comes in for the first out. Got shaken up, and clearly she's back to it. Clamps that in, and a foul pop up to the catcher, retires one. Brings in Kylie Norvell. Left on left matchup. First pitch, opposite way, fly ball. Nobody can get to it. Way high and away, ball one. High and outside for ball two. Kylie Norvell in her last game hit in the 8th spot, is scooted up to 6. Had a single to finish the prior game against the Aces. Also had a single in the first meeting. Slow dribbler, and that's wide at first. She'll come back for a 2-2. She's shown the ability to get a hit, has earned that 6th spot. Two on the way. And that's 3-2 now. It was a leadoff walk to get the runner aboard. Mojo trying to take advantage. 2-2 is screamed up foul, and this is not playable either. Bounce up to the top of the facility. Ground ball left side of the infield. Got the lead runner, and no chance to turn two. Good job of the middle infielders to get the out and the lead runner.
All right, let's go, Rube.
So Pittman retired on the fielder's choice, 6-4. Norvell snugly safe at first. First offering dribbles in, and the runner will take off because of it. So a wild pitch puts a runner at second. And this is one that just left it way too short, and that's tough to recover if you're a catcher. And skims home plate for a ball. 2-0. Ruby Collins looking for some two-out magic. Mojo got off to a red-hot start against the Aces in their last game. Cranks this one in the air, foul territory, and Waller gave chase there. Outside and swings through it, 2-2. Ground ball to short. And the overhand toss in time to retire the side. In that frame, no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left. Norvell stranded in scoring position at second. We're in the middle of two scoreless between Nebraska Gold and Mojo in the 16U championship game.
One thing that I always look for is the grip and how good it is. Another thing too is how big the sweet spot is. Just knowing, like, even if I do get jammed, if I have a big enough sweet spot, I could still possibly get away with something. The mantra sweet spot will give people that extra oomph that they need in the ball. Nothing sounds better than a mantra when you make solid contact with it. You just hear the
Back here in Kansas City in the 16U championship between Mojo and Nebraska Gold. CJ Morgan will lead off after facing just 3 in the first. A foul retired on a caught stealing, so CJ Morgan will get a do-over here to lead things off. Bryant and Waller also scheduled to appear as well. In the basement for a ball. Rocking the toss. And that'll move it 0-2. That'll add to it. 2-2. Did she go? She did not. And CJ Morgan stays alive. It's 3-2. Elevated and blooped into left center field for a base hit. CJ Morgan wins the battle. It's a leadoff base knock for the cleanup hitter. Well, you can see just gets underneath this one just enough past Bailey, the shortstop. And it is the second hit of the game for Nebraska Gold. Both have been leadoff singles. So that brings in Autumn Bryant, who had an incredible grab earlier today. First pitch, opposite way, foul territory. Will fall for a foul in strike 1. Autumn Bryant. Their last game earlier today had a single in her first at bat in the second. And sends this one straight to Collins in left. Will keep the runner at first and put one away. Raina Waller will come up to the plate. It's a thrilling game earlier today. A pitcher's duel all the way to the 8th when Nebraska Gold walked it off on an RBI single from Waller. And it scored Harrington. First toss to Waller.
Ball.
He misses outside for ball 1. Tuno. Waves through it for a strike. Flares that back for foul. It'll be a 2-strike pitch upcoming. Just misses outside for a ball. Raina Waller trying to find a way to be productive. 2-2 is golfed out to short on a few hops. They'll get the lead runner. Turn to first, not in time. Nearly a 6-4-3 double play, but instead they'll settle to just retire CJ Morgan. Well, this is how you do it. Tough hop to field to the shortstop spot. That throw is a hair faster from 6-4. That's definitely a double play. And that's all the learning opportunity of playing on this stage against this caliber of team. Plenty of speed on the field as well, or on the diamond. As Bailey Hurd comes up. Raina Waller using some of that speed to keep that from being a double play. Screams it foul. Cuts through it, strike 2. So Schlater and the Mojo close to escaping this inning unscathed. Still only a runner at first with 2 gone. Outside corner, locked her up for strike 3. The second strikeout for Sophia Schlater. Dots the corner, retires the side. Nebraska Gold strands 1, and we will see you in the 3rd. First offering is a ball. This is the 8th spot hitter leading off for the Mojo. Caitlin Russell, the DP. Pop fly into foul territory. Nobody can get to it. And hits the chairbacks. Jensen's pitch is set down the left field line for a base hit. Second leadoff single in this game for the Mojo. Should say second leadoff runner, a walk back in the second, but just enough to get elevated over Bryant at third. Those leadoff base hits, they can really help fire up your team. That's exactly what the Mojo have here in the third. Chloe Carroll, who came in as a pinch runner in the prior game, will step in. First pitch wanders low for ball one. Rifles in a strike, evens the count. And time is called. But we see our first pitching change between these two. Or pinch runner should say.
15 for 11. 15 for 11.
So this will be Hannah Smith into pinch run at first, rather, as it was the Tennessee Mojo who wanted a word.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Carroll flies one out of play, 1-2. Carroll cuts through it, and Jansen has her 4th strikeout. And a good delivery, pulls the string, catches her out in front of it. It's a big strikeout against the 9 spot. It's down to the board as you scoot to the top of the order. Smith still at first for the Tennessee Mojo. It's Hallie Bailey. And Hallie Bailey swings through it for a strike. Jansen has struck out 4 of the first 9. She's only allowing a hit. Leadoff single in this inning. This is after she had a 10 strikeout game earlier today. This is part of the workload of any tournament. As a team that you have to think about and you have to handle, is you have to be ready to go back out there and throw after firing 8 innings earlier today. And a slapper trampolines one to the backstop. 0-2 pitch is parachuted to the circle. Back to first for 2. The pitcher with a twin killing. Alexis Jansen, is there anything she can't do? Just a flare shot to the originator, and she flips it back to first. A 1-3 DP sends us to the middle of 3.
The best of both worlds looks a little like this. Here, a morning of sunbathing transforms into an afternoon of flying. And a peaceful day spent kayaking is really an adventure exploring nature's theme park. Look at this! Could be anything from a cannonball in the pool.
Back underway in Kansas City is Nebraska Gold back up to hit after an incredible double play to retire the side. Nebraska Gold with a win in this first game. They win it all. The Mojo trying to force a second game. This is Emerson Ira. In Hamis for strike 3, rather strike 2. And now it's 2-2. Curls one up and out of play. Slater's 2-2 pitch is trampolined out by third. Bit of a bobble from Kathy. The throw is late. And Eimers aboard with a leadoff single. Now they would rule this as an E5. So a runner aboard for Nebraska Gold off the error. And brings in Matt Carrington.
All good, sister. Here we go. You got it. Let's go.
The 1-1. That is tagged and foul. So Matt Carrington retired on the strikeout. Megan Marshall batting 10 steps out.
Pitch. And that's outside for a ball. That's in, and she rung her up. 2 down, both off the cage. One front facing, one backwards facing for Slater. Locked her up, just clipped that outer edge. Exactly what you're looking for. Just pulled into left field. Aniston Trevaro comes through with a big shot. 2-out single to the top of the order. That moves Eimer in second. Eimer late. Whips one on the ground to second. The routine throw to first, well retired the side. In the frame, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. We will see you in the 4th. It's the Mojo nothing and Nebraska Gold nothing.
The best of both worlds looks a little like this. Here, a morning of sunbathing transforms into an afternoon of flying. And a peaceful day spent kayaking is really an adventure exploring nature's theme park. Look at this! Could be anything from a cannonball in the pool to a rocket in the sky. So, what are you waiting for? Discovery awaits on the only beach that doubles as a launch pad. Florida's Space Coast. Only here.
Back here in the top of the 4th inning between the Mojo and Nebraska Gold. It has been a repeat of what we saw in the first game earlier today, a scoreless affair. Swipes through that for strike. It is Audrey Cathy who leads off. She went down on strikes in the first. It will be 2, 3, and 4. Stockwell and Pittman also to appear for the Mojo. And that'll strike her out the second time today. Cathy has gone down on strikes. Alexis Jansen has been a K machine so far across 2 games. 15 strikeouts. Got her with the rise ball for the first out of the inning. And when you can throw that rise ball effectively, it reminds you of the elite pitchers to ever do it, the Kelly Barnhills of the world.
and are able to build their career on a good rise ball. This is Jansen elicits this foul from Stockwell, and it's 0-1. Stockwell also struck out in the first, was part of a trio that struck out just like they did in the first game. Tips it off foul. We'll do 0-2. Now Alexis Jansen across 2 games, 11 1/3 innings pitched. Still has yet to allow a run. Takes it outside, and another strikeout on the ledger. Make it 6 for Alexis Jansen. This has just been dominant today. Chasing outside, has hit those spots effectively. That is now 5 strikeouts against the top 3 of the Mojo order. Case, 6 at-bats amongst those. In total, 6 Ks. The other coming against the 9th spot of the order. Henley Pittman walked in the second on a 3-2 count. And works ahead here, 1-0. Goes strike, evens the count at 1-1. Mojo trying to force game 2. Nebraska Gold win it all. 1-1 pitch is scraped up foul down the right field line on the run. It's got it. Yeah, field retired. Died 3 up, 3 down. 2 more strikeouts for Alexis Jansen. She is on another level today. 16 Ks across 2 games. Middle of 4, still no score.
Me and the clock, I make people like the rock, high status on lock. I'm a winner, all 7s hit that jackpot. I'm a winner, first class, sitting on top. I'm a winner, winner. I'm a winner, winner. Standing on a high podium, I'm a champion. I'm a winner every day, and I don't stop. I'm a winner, winner. I'm a winner, winner. Standing on a high podium, I'm a champion.
Both of these teams trying to be champions as we go to the bottom of 4th in Kansas City. It is Schlater back into the circle. She's got a handful of strikeouts in her own right. 4 to this point. She'll face 3, 4, and 5 in the order, starting with Carly Malbach. He was one of those K victims in the first. Cuts one off foul, begin the bottom of the 4th. Neither team has mustered a run yet. It has been deja vu of the first game. High strikeout totals from both pitchers. It has been functionally same lineups and pitchers, minus a few changes. So far, the same result. Took 8 innings in a walk-off to end the prior game. Nebraska Gold walked it off in the 8th. Trying to win the 16U title if they could win it again here. This has been an even matchup through and through. Way high and away from Schlater. I pop up. No shot to grab it. 2-2. Slater's pitch. Uppercut into the Kansas City sky and into the dugout of Nebraska Gold, third base side. G. Walker, payoff pitch, walks Malbach to start things in fourth. Brings in C.J. Morgan. As a pitcher, you just know when you give up those leadoff walks, they seem to always come back to bite you. That's now something that you have to manage in the circle. What's that? As M. Johnson will come in to run. First, to right third, DJ into the stand-up cup. CJ Morgan finds a pitch on the inside corner, opposite way, and long roll to it, turns it an opportunity for double. That extra throw home for runner Johnson at third. Damage still done. Now Autumn to put Nebraska Gold in front for the ball. Now puts Nebraska. In the air foul ground. He'll be there to grab it. Goes out of play. Runner second and third, nobody out. Ground out to the right side. Down to bunt. Looks at home, goes for the out at first. Back to third, and the runner stays put. So an unproductive out, Autumn Bryant retired. Waller, hero from the first game. Have another RBI in. C.J. Morgan in second. Johnson is on. Waller takes a rise, 1-0. Riley Hurd is on deck. He's the sixth spot right fielder in the order. Winning last time. It may not take very long, just like the first game. 1-1 could be enough. You can get something into the outfield. Think about it from Mojo Lewis's perspective. Need an unproductive out. No call for a meeting in the circle, maybe to discuss exactly that of how you are approaching this at bat. Already behind 2-0 as a pitcher. You have to find a way to get an unproductive out, whether that's via a strikeout, something on the ground that prevents the runner from coming home. And you don't have to overthink it to an extent. Because right now you do have a place to put the batter, but you'd like to avoid a bases loaded, one out situation.
13 for 7. 13 for 7. Here we go. Get a strike.
Right now, find a way to throw strikes. Just get that second out. And he does that here. 2-1 now. You give any kind of cushion to Jensen on the other side, you got to be feeling pretty good if you're Nebraska Gold. But these are the opportunities that neither team can take advantage of. 2-1 outside. It's not that pitch you want to hit. Cut through for strike 2. Now the count full on. Critical point in this game. Slowpitch. He's fisted in the air, foul ground, third baseline. She got it, and everybody stays put. Slater finds a way to manufacture an unproductive out. Maybe none bigger to this point than that pop-up to the third baseman. Completely changes the approach of the hitters here. What was a second and third situation with nobody out has transformed 2 outs in our. Brings in a pinch hitter is Jadis Juarez. Juarez rolls one foul. Juarez take. Does Nebraska Gold have some 2-out magic here? Slater's pitch. Up and out. Got the ball. Count is 2-2. 2 gone here in the fourth. Juarez sends one down the line and foul. It was a walk to start off the inning. It's double followed it up. And 2 unproductive outs, a ground out to Slater. And a pop-up to third baseman Catholic. This has been a long AB for the pinch hitter Warren. He comes home on 2-2. And wanders in at the shins. Now it's a full count. Thought of Salver, so she'll go on board. Juarez is issued a free pass. And it brings in Eibert. First pitch into left center field. 1 run is in. Here comes 2. The first pitch to the 8th spot hitter produces 2 for Nebraska Gold. wastes no time, sees something on the inner half she wants to hit, and just drops it into left fielder. Collins, not much to do with it. Ball back, rather Johnson and Morgan both in to score. You can't ask for much from an main spot hitter. Second time, 2 runs, 6. Last team on top.
Barrel up, Mac. Barrel up, sis. Be you.
What you have on him. Already 5. With the 2. Side corner, strike 2.
Go that back, kid. Here we go. Get that barrel. Fire on, Jay.
Later's 2-1. And that twists for a ball, 3-1.
Straight it back, kid. Barrel on time, sis. Here we go. Catch it. Good time.
Matt Carrington struck out earlier in this game.
Cash in, Mac. Here we go.
3-1 on the way. And Harrington takes ball 4 and he won't up again. And Megan Marshall will get a turn. This could get away for the Mojo in a hurry. Unless they can find a way to produce an out. With 2 gone in the inning, anything routine would do it. You have to find a way.
Come on, Mac. Cash in, girl.
Slow roller to short. Sidearm first time. It was a big swing in the 8th spot by Emerson Ibert. A 2-run single has put Nebraska Gold on top for 4.
One thing that I always look for is the grip and how good it is. Another thing too is how big the sweet spot is. Just knowing like even if I do get jammed, if I have a big enough sweet spot, I could still possibly get away with something. The mantra sweet spot will give people that extra oomph that they need in the ball. Nothing sounds better than a mantra when you make solid contact with it. You just hear the
Here in the top of the 5th, 2-0 Nebraska Gold. Mojo trying to respond. Erringdale will lead off 5, 6, and 7 in the order against Alexis Jansen, who has been locked down. He's faced the minimum in 3 of the 4 innings so far. Has collected 6 Ks on the ledger. She has not faced more than 4 batters in an inning to this point. Sends in a strike to level it at 1-1. If Nebraska Golds can hold on to this, they will be 16U champions. Mojo trying to force a second game in this double elimination WFC Championship. Twisting the toss. Ground ball to second. Routine way for the first out of the inning. We're bringing Kylie Norvell. It's one of the things that Alexis Jansen has done so well today is just eliciting her defense to go make plays. Has collected the necessary strikeouts, sure, but also has put her defense in positions to just make plays. That's what they've done all day. First pitch to Norvell. Snipes in a strike. Looks ahead 0-1. One hops home. 2-1. Slow roller to short. Tough throw. Time. Marshall to Morgan, 2 away. This is what we were just talking about. Alexis Jansen inducing a couple of groundouts. This one kind of into a tough spot for a shortstop, but she's positioned well. Shallow in the infield against a slap hitter, is able to get to her spot and turn it to first in time. Brings in Ruby Collins. Puts down a butt. Jansen. Smooth as butter. The pirouette into the final out of the inning. Through the fifth, it's the same story for Jansen and company. A twirl in the toss to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Middle, rather, through 5. It's still 2-0. New pitcher into the circle for the Mojo. It is a familiar face from the second game of the day. Wilson will check in place of Schlater. So Schlater will exit the game having pitched 4 complete innings, racked up 4 strikeouts, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits. All of them earned. So Schlater out and into the game is Wilson, who earlier came in relief against the Aces. Wilson, 3 strikeouts, came in relief in the 6th after hitting a single, shut everything down from there. She will face the top of this Nebraska Gold order. Makes sense for a pitching change, give a new look. Your season on the line in this spot. 0-2 is bashed out to left. You step in and pull away. Avery Wilson's first toss, Jansen. He's fouled off. Jansen looking for her first hit of the game. Jansen struck out the fight offensively. Not as much pop. But he's trusted at 2 in this order because of her ability to swing the bat. The 0-2. Nails it. 2-2. And now it's full of 3-2. In the basement, ball 4, a 1-out walk for Jansen. First time she's reached to the plate today.
Number 9 for 99. 9
Yep.
for 99. Somebody sell it. Yep.
It's Johnson back in the game, pinch run. First offering a new batter, Carly Malbach. He's low. One-oh pitch is inside and high. Too well on the way. Worked ahead, 3-0. Malbach, opportunity here. Got to think red light. Make her throw you a strike. See what she decides to do. Wilson's pitch is in the basement. A 4-pitch walk, the second walk of the inning. That's now 2 on with 1 out for Nebraska Gold. Word from the infield to their pitcher. Shake that between the ears. Obviously, a lot of trust from the staff of Wilson. To CJ Morgan. Morgan today has been tearing it up. A single in the second, double run scored in the fourth. Strike 2. Good difference. How often a good drop ball. Strike pitch. is cut on, foul, tipped into the glove, strike 2. Another strike 3. Thought so. Everybody knew but the umpire. Jay Morgan thought she had another strike in the bank. I think she was tired. Strike up. Enough foul tip. By Stockville Superior. One hops home and gets to the backstop. Runners will advance to second and third. One goes to the strikeout. A wild pitch is moved 2 in scoring position. Braun and Bryant. Johnson on the doorstep. Albach is the second. Watson hurt you. Takes one swing to take advantage. 2 free passes earlier in the game. Yoink spun through the right side, and that'll bring in some more offense. 2 runs come in for Nebraska Gold, and in a flash, a 2-out swing makes it 4-0. Two RBIs for Auden Bryant. Swipes one through the 3-4 spots. It's a 2-run single. Nebraska Gold has a 4-0 lead. 2-out, 2-run swing. Reyno Waller. This one scoots by, will allow Bryant to go to second. The 1-0 count. Slowpitch just popped up. This is playable in center. Controlling Harold got at tires inside. A 2-out, 2 RBI swing for Auden Bryant, first hit of the game. Makes it 4-0. Nebraska Gold. Go to the 6th. In this. In the top of the 6th, 4-0 Nebraska Gold over the Mojo here in the 16U championship game. It has been all gold so far. Is back into the circle. It's Alexis Jansen, faces 8, 9, and 1 in the Mojo order. Leading off, it is Caitlin Russell. Had a single, was retired going to second and a third when Smith Pinch ran for her. Was thrown out on a double play. Quarter swing and foul tip into the glove anyway. So 6 more outs to work with for the Mojo to try and find some offense. To this point, they've only mustered up the 1 single that Russell had in the third. Since that single, Jansen has retired 8 straight back-to-back 1-2-3 innings in the 4th and the 5th. 6 strikeouts in his second inning today. make it 7. Russell retired via the K. Jansen in a groove today. Jansen has looked really, really good. Has hit her spots consistently. See here, just clips that outer edge. Locks up Russell, the only one to have a hit on her. Carroll in the first pitch fouls it back. Carroll cuts through it on 0-1. The 1-1 pitch. Chased it in the dirt. It is strike 3. The throw to first. In time to complete K number 8 for Alexis Jansen. Jansen has looked phenomenal today. Second time she's striked out the 9-hole hitter. Now eyes to strike out the side for the third time today, maybe the second of this game. You know you're good when the pitch in the dirt can still bait that swing and miss. And then one that pick one back. Bailey up to the plate. Back to the circle, a diving grab for the final out of the inning. Who says pitchers can't be athletes? Alexis Jansen, another dazzling web jam. This to retire the side. It is her third straight 1, 2, 3 inning. And that third out couldn't come spot. Head to the next, still 4-0, Nebraska Gold.
The best of both worlds looks a little like this. Here, a morning of sunbathing transforms into an afternoon of flying. And a peaceful day spent kayaking is really an adventure exploring nature's theme park. Look at this! Could be anything from a cannonball in the pool to a rocket in the sky. So, what are you waiting for? Discovery awaits on the only beach that doubles as a launch pad. Florida's Space Coast, only here.
It is Ellie Cox into the game for the Mojo. A different look here in the 7th, or bottom of the 6th, rather, excuse me. It will be the bottom of the Nebraska Gold order as well. Bird, Eimer, and Harrington all scheduled to lead off, or to appear, I should say. Of course, if this result holds and Nebraska Gold hangs on for the win, that would be the day. And Nebraska Gold would go home with 16 U championships, the World Fast Pitch Championships. So, for Wilson, only goes 1 inning, allows 2 runs, only 1 hit. Pair of earned runs to her credit. And now an opportunity for Cox to keep this a 4-0 game before the top of the 7th, when the Mojo will have 2, 3, and 4 to the plate. First toss. And that Weaver's inside for ball 1. Erd uppercuts one over the head of Cox. The throw to first. recovery by Arringdale. It's not an easy throw from the second base. Kind of awkward spot, and it took a wicket off a wing. Arringdale does well enough to stick the glove out and make the play. Here's an Eimer. And a 2-run single to get Nebraska Gold in front. This is on the line. It's 1-0. Goes to the backstop, 1-2. Either way, 2-2. Cox unloads a 2-strike. Cox has a strikeout. 2 up, 2 down against Ellie Cox. That's a good pitch. Off speed, pulls the string enough to get her out in front of it. That's a good second out here in the 6th. One of them. Way high on the rise. Good job by Stockdale to stop it. Hard ground ball outside of third. And that caught a piece of her. So a hit by pitch. Put the 9-hole hitter aboard, goes down to 10th in the order with Megan Marshall. You can see it clipped her on the foot. And then a little bit of a limp to first. That carves in for a strike on the first offering to Megan Marshall. And swipes it. 1-2. And another strikeout for Ellie Cox off the bench, and 2 strikeouts in the inning. Faces 1 above the minimum, and it still remains Nebraska Gold 4 and Mojo nothing. They will send 2, 3, and 4 to try and extend their day in the 7th.
I've been winning every day. It's me and the clock. I make people like the rock. High status on lock. I'm a winner. All 7s hit that jackpot. I'm a winner. First class sitting on top. I'm a winner, winner. I'm a winner, winner. Standing on a high podium. I'm a champion. I'm a winner every day and I don't stop. I'm a winner, winner. I'm a winner, winner. Standing on a high podium. I'm a champion.
Last chance to dance for the Mojo, and they'll have to face Alexis Jansen, who today, across 14 innings, including an 8-inning marathon earlier today, has racked up a whopping total of 18 strikeouts. And she faces Audrey Catherine to lead off the 7th. This group closing in on a 16U championship. Took a thriller 1-0 earlier today over this same Mojo team. Cuts on 1-1. And you just got the sense that when Alexis Jansen got a cushion in the 4th, it was going to be hard for any team to climb back against that. Fly ball into left. And Hurd has got it. Moves down to Avery Stockwell. Toss to Stockwell, and he's flown out foul.
Give me some in left center, out front.
Come on, Avery, you got this. Right there. Yeah, between that guy and that guy. Get out.
Stockwell today just 2 strikeouts, both swinging. Fly ball into left field. All the way back to the ground moved up. Mojo are not going to get some of that Mojo here in the 7th. Second, give the ball, first extra base hit. Towering shot. And Bird was not going to get to the right. So a runner at second. As Pittman will step up, a pinch runner into the game. This is Torres coming in pinch runner. First pitch, a line slide. This is the left center field for another base hit. Now Torres. That is not in time. She is in shape. Back to back doubles. So all of a sudden, they've got something cooking in the 7th. the same spot out in left field. Not as deep, but still a gapper. That's more than enough for Torres to round and come home. That would be a single throw. Eric deck for the Mojo. Get high. Here's the bunt. And Mojo trying to find some seventh inning magic. Powering fly ball down the line. He got it. Wonderful tag at the bench to third. And Mojo are down to so it is productive at least. It all comes down to Corbell here in the seventh. The Mojo's still down by 3. All you have to think about here is trying to pass that back to the next person. Got out in front of him. Tap back, you're down to their final strike. On a rise, 1 and 2. Already 8 strikeouts for Jansen. She has been electric today. The 1-2. Up in the air. And stays the same count. The 1-2. And that is tapped outside at first. Alexis Jansen sends it on 1-2. It's upstairs and even count. The 2-2 pitch. She rung her up. Strike 3. 15 masterful innings for Alexis Jansen. 19 strikeouts in 2 games. And Nebraska Gold wins the 16U title. A fitting end to the day for Nebraska Gold's ace. Alexis Jansen was simply sensational. A 2-hitter in the championship game, and Nebraska Gold takes it 4-1 over the Mojo. Give credit to both teams for their hard work in Kansas City. An excellent job by both groups, but this one comes up in favor of Nebraska Gold. A big thank you to our crew on site and remote today making this broadcast possible. This has been a presentation of USSSA Live. Head to our website for more replays of today's game and more. I'm Ryan Urquhart saying so long from Kansas City. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Nebraska Gold, champions of 16U.